What the f? It's Drewsky Mcgillicuddy's Society Movie Review. Hey everybody, it's Drewsky Mcgillicuddy, and before we even get started, look at my fancy new shirt. One of my customers brought me this. He was wearing one. It was like a thermal, and it had this pattern on it, and I was like, hey, that's awesome. I need that shirt. So sure enough, he brought me this shirt. It's Jesus with the dinosaurs. But you know what's weirder than Jesus with the dinosaurs? Society from 1992, even though the movie was actually filmed in 1989. It wasn't released until 1992. And you can kind of tell that by watching it, because it's very much an 80s horror film. Just happened to be released in the 90s. And this is one of those movies where I do not want to say too much about it, because I have a sneaking suspicion there's a lot of people out there that have not seen this movie. Okay? And I wouldn't want to spoil this, even though the whole time we were watching it, we're pretty much just looking at each other like, the fuck is going on? Because it's kind of weird. It's a mystery, sort of, I guess you could say. Because there's something strange going on in Beverly Hills. You got Billy. He wants to be the president of the Beverly Hills High School or whatever. And then, you know, his family is high society. But there's just something weird about his family. He sees a therapist. And there's something weird about him. And he doesn't even, you know, he's paranoid about his family. I don't really know how to explain myself without kind of ruining things. But it's him trying to figure out what the deal with his family is. And then the more you dig, the more you realize there's more people involved with whatever the hell weird's going on besides his family. And then you're still like, what the fuck is going on? Because there's this other character that's his sister's ex-boyfriend, I guess. And, like, that's one of the first weird things where you're wondering what the hell's going on. He breaks into the house, and he wants to talk to her. And, you know, you don't think nothing of it at first. But then he finally gets a hold of Billy and shows him this tape. And what's on the tape is kind of messed up, disturbing, like, really weird. It's an audio tape, everybody, not a videotape. But the audio you hear and the things that they say is kind of like, what? I don't fucking know. Anyway, so he takes the tape to his therapist and be like, look, see, I'm not crazy. I'm not paranoid. Listen to this tape. And he tells me, he's like, you got to listen to it now. He's like, just give me the tape. I'll listen to it. And then what he hears back, he plays it back to Billy later on, and is like, Billy, you are crazy, because listen, I listened to the tape, and this is what I heard, and what he hears isn't the same thing that Billy heard, and Billy starts freaking out, and you're sitting there like, what the fuck is going on? So you'll find that, like, the majority of this movie is you'll just be sitting there wondering, what the fuck is going on? And it didn't bother me. It kind of bothered me because I wanted to know what the hell was going on. I was like, what? Because, like, I've kind of seen bits and pieces of this movie, like clips. I kind of knew it was like a body horror, but I didn't know what the hell, and I had no idea what the hell, and I'm not necessarily sure what the hell that was. But it was very intriguing, and I never found myself bored. I never found myself playing on my phone, checking to see what time it was. I was invested in this fucked up story that's unfolding in front of me, with this conclusion that's just absolutely has got to be seen to believe. Because I don't know who wrote this or who thought this was a good idea. Because they're fucking crazy. But I must be crazy, and there's a lot of people that must be crazy because I liked it. I liked it a lot. And like I said, this is like one of them cult movies. I remember seeing the VHS cover, but after like DVD came out and stuff, I don't ever remember hearing or seeing anything about this movie until I joined some horror group on Facebook, and then it just happened to fall into my lap on Amazon Prime. That's right, Society is now streaming on Amazon Prime for free if you have Amazon Prime, which I don't see why you wouldn't have Amazon Prime, because you know everybody orders something off of Amazon every once in a while, whether they're proud of it or not. But yeah, if you got Amazon Prime, I highly recommend that you check out Society. As fucked up as it is, like the overall quality of the movie. Now, don't get me wrong, there is just a little bit. It's got the girl from Friday the 13th Part 7, and she was in one of the Slumber Party Massacre movies, but her and just a couple other people just aren't the strongest actors. But this is definitely worth owning This is definitely worth owning if you're a horror movie connoisseur such as me. Even though it's free streaming, I would love to own a physical copy, so I will go out and buy it. Am I allowed to still steal that from people? Because you know, I have no original ideas of my own. Anyway, for real, go out and buy this shit. Okay? You ain't gonna believe what you see, because it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. Anywho, if you've liked what you've seen here, this incoherent mess of a review, please consider licking that crack. Go ahead and lick that son of a bitch and like button, subscribe, and then you can follow me on the social medias, and consider donating to my Patreon so that I will be inspired to get better at this shit. I'll get better equipment, because you know, one of these days. Anyway, I could just really something. I don't know. I was rambling on. Now I just got to get out of here. The secretary just informed me that she's switching careers, so we can no longer receive items that you send at the address that was prior linked in older videos that you might have in your notes. I don't. What I'm talking about. Just start a conversation in the comment section down below. Do all that stuff that you're supposed to do, and consider like what I said earlier about the whole what you not and the hey. I hope you're having a lovely day out there in whatever world you're living in. Jesus Christ. Just get out. Just go. I love you guys.